Whatever makes you happy and comes out from your heart, keep on pursuing it. And everything is gonna align. Don't do it for the wrong reasons. Do it because of you. My name is Ivo Spirov, and I'm a contemporary artist. I just like to think of myself as somebody that's trying to keep his inner child alive throughout his life and to keep that flame going in whatever I do. My interest in art began at an early age. I always loved to sketch and to draw whatever I was seeing. A really big influence on me in these early stages of my life was Japanese animation, and in particular Studio Ghibli. I grew up with all their movies and I was so immersed in their storytelling and their bright visual. It was just so much happiness. But it was something that really touched me as a kid, and I wanted to recreate that type of a world. But I definitely remember at the end of 12th grade when I had to present my complete studies in illustration and in oil painting. When my turn came, I presented mine, and it obviously was in a little bit of different style than usual. Everybody liked it, but I remember one of the professors in the commission, he got up and he was like, what's that? And I was like, well, that's my book and that's the style that I paint in. He was like, well, that's not really a style, I don't really like it. And at that point, a few of my friends and a few of the other people from the commissions, they were like, no, that's actually a style, it's a Japanese style. It actually does exist. And he was like, well, I'll never buy your book. If I'm going to buy a book and when I look at your book, I'll never buy it. So my friends were like, you know what? You won't buy it, but I would. Well, the thing is, like, he got so upset that he actually picked up my book, he threw it on the ground, he stepped on it, and he was like, you know what? You're never going to be anyone. I mean, I just smiled, and pretty much that was the whole experience, which obviously left a mark on my development in a way that, I really wanted to prove him wrong, and maybe I really wanted to prove essentially to myself that, no, you can make it. If you really believe in your dreams and if you're really doing everything with passion, you will succeed in life. After I graduated, I came to the States. I worked a little bit as a storyboard artist for a few projects. Essentially, I didn't like it. It was a little bit deprived of creativity. So I essentially stopped. And at that point of my life, I got married. That was my first marriage. And I had a kid. And it was probably 5 or 6 years that I didn't touch a pencil or a brush. It was a little bit of a struggle in the States for me. I had to find whatever jobs I can work. I was at that point 25 and I had a son already. So I think the mundane things in life and all the necessities that I had to provide kind of pushed down my creativity, and I focused on that. But essentially I got divorced after 3 years. I decided to stop and think. Something happened somewhere that I lost that inner spark. And I started remembering that, when I was a little kid, I used to pay attention way more to the nature around you, all the butterflies flying, birds, everything, all the little details. So I started really looking through that perspective again, and I picked up a few canvases and I started painting with markers. So from Sharpies, it turned into deco markers, which were oil-based. Started cleaning my style a little bit. I was having a great support from the community that I live in, which was Malibu. I got presented with a few opportunities to showcase my work. And everybody was encouraging me that my concept is really great, it really stands out, and they can always pinpoint who I am. I had an opportunity to showcase some of my early work in downtown LA. So we set up the gallery, and after a week the gallery owner came and he was like, can we sit down and talk? I was like, yes, of course. And he gave me some constructive criticism, which was absolutely great. He was like, you have the most important things as an artist, you're really recognizable, you have absolutely your definite style, that it's not close to anything I've seen before. But the technical level has to go up, meaning you have to start using better materials and you have to switch from markers to paint, which I was really reluctant to do at that point. Needless to say, of course, I took the advice. I switched to paint. Since then, everything is moving in the right direction. Everything is evolving, my work is evolving non-stop. I got really lucky to be invited in Japan, to exhibit in Japan, which was my dream came true. Just because I was so enthralled by their culture, customs. So for me to be recognized and be invited to showcase in the country was a huge honor for me. And I can see it slowly by slowly it was, evolving as an art, and I hope that throughout my life that evolving process, it's never gonna stop. I don't believe there is anything like perfection. I don't want to be perfect. I wanna work on being better and better, but perfect is boring. Art has helped me through a lot of difficult moments in my life. I was involved in a really bad crash. I had a passenger, so I got arrested at that point. I went to jail for a couple of days. And it was a horrible feeling because I was going, every single month I was having a court date, and I never knew in my head if that's going to be the last time I'm going back home. So I was trying to paint as much as I can and produce as many pieces as I can, just in case I don't go back home, because I had a son, and all in my head was like, I want to be able to leave something and I want to be able to provide. But things like that, moments like that in life, if anything, they have really shown me that I can never give up. And whatever it is, just try to take it with a smile. And don't forget who you are. Don't forget what makes you happy. Just continue doing it. Be relentless. The definition of success for me, it's not only anything tangible, it's not only monetary. I think you're really starting to be successful once you really connect with what you're doing and your reasons are pure. What I do really makes me happy. I feel really helps me as a person. It's type of a meditation, if you would like to say it for me. And in these hours that I'm painting, I'm truly connected. And for me to be able to display my work and people come and immerse themselves in the same or see something that reflects to them and leave with a smile from that gallery, that's definitely success for me. Does purpose flow from passion or passion flows from purpose? I think first and foremost for me it's driven from passion. And once I realized my passion, that gave me my purpose. And my person is to share my art and my message with the world. For me, it's like when I used to be a kid. I used to be so connected with everything that for me to be closest to that kid again, I decided to come with certain images and certain patterns that I show in my work. And through doing that, from showing you these different techniques or these different images, I'm hoping that you can connect to your inner kid like I am connected to my inner kid. So that's really my purpose, for you to, after you see my work, to go out with a smile. I don't want to lie in what I'm doing. Every single piece that I do, there is a part of myself. And that part of myself always comes from a happy place. Essentially, everything that you do from heart will be successful.